What's up, y'all? Welcome to Geek'd with Trey. Thank you for stopping by my podcast and checking me and the Geek Fam out, where we cover celebrity topics, local topics, and just everyday life shit. Thanks for checking us out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and share. And also keep in mind that I don't own any of the rights to the music that's playing in the background or that plays in the background during the show. So, with that being said, thanks for watching.
All right, and I also reserve the right to blackmail you later on.
No. All right, so let's get into the first joke. Yo, this one killed that one. It's funny. It's corny when you start laughing ahead of time. All right, who cooks in a lesbian relationship?
I've heard this. Both of them.
Uncle Ben?
No, it's both of them. You sexist prick.
It's neither. They both eat out.
Oh,
yeah. You wasn't ready for these jokes today. All right, I'm just gonna let y'all know. I'm just gonna let y'all know. I ordered chicken and an egg online, and I'll let you guys know what comes first.
Oh my goodness, really?
It wasn't that funny, but I thought that was kind of clever. I was just like, it makes me
it's such a classic.
What's
and
gonna come first, though? All right,
I'm here for it.
Why is Cinderella so bad at soccer?
Why?
That's pretty good.
She's going glass on the field? I don't know.
Not a flag on the plate. All right. So why is Cinderella so bad at soccer? Because she's always running from the ball.
Yeah.
I actually like that one.
That was corny.
That was just cheesy enough. That was a good dad joke right there.
Good dad joke.
That was a dad joke. That was a grandpa joke.
Not a pop-up joke. All right. So, did you hear laughing too loud in Hawaii is illegal? They only permit aloha.
Shut up. All right, that's two. I'm gonna have to remember.
You got to remind these bad boys down.
I'm gonna use them tomorrow.
All right. I hate my job. All I do is crash cans all day. That's so depressing.
I like where you're going with these. Okay.
I was like, yeah. Okay. Compressing, but that's fine.
All right. Mom keeps asking me why do you have so much candy? She doesn't know I always have a Twix up my sleeves. Stupid. But what it do, Geek Crew? But speaking of tricks up my sleeve, let's get into it. Let's talk about some Shannon Sharpe. Let's talk about some Shannon Sharpe. Oh, tricks up my sleeve. Twix up my sleeves is what they were saying, but I'm going to say tricks. All right, so tonight we talking about, wait. For the watchers and the viewers, please feel free to send me your corniest dad jokes, and I will, actually, one of us will spit your jokes out right here. Just inbox them. Don't post them in the comments. Just inbox them. All right. So let's get into it. We got Shannon Sharpe up here now. Allegedly. It's just so weird because I want to do a whole let's double back to season 2 of Geek'd with Trey of how we got started on this whole Diddy saga. And now we're in the Shannon Sharpe saga. And notice I keep getting his name right today. I practiced it.
Oh, right?
I practiced this. I'm gonna fuck it up later in the show though. I want to say something else. All right, so let's
Shay.
Yeah, that's what I mean, pretty much. All right, so allegedly he's being sued for $50 million from a past girlfriend or a past partner or somebody that he had relations with. This girl is said to be about 19 years old. Apparently, I learned that within all these interviews. And also
19? I thought she was supposed to be 23 or 25.
I don't.
Yeah, but she is. But the incident happened
The incident
years
happened
ago
when
when she was 19 at the time.
Yeah, they were dating.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think you know
Gotcha.
sort of
Okay.
2022. So maybe a minimum 4-year relationship. Just put that out there. All right, go.
You know, it's crazy because like I feel like he has a type. Like I feel like he's not.
Don't we all?
I mean, yes, we do. But like, if you just look at the little, because you know, this is allegedly not the first incident of these girls. Like, there's been a couple other girls as well too, allegedly, and all this stuff too. Let's use allegedly. Real
I didn't know nothing about that. I didn't know nothing about that because it could be because he's getting ready to sign $100 million deal with Disney.
Yes.
And you know Disney don't. They're not. They're very strict. They don't play that. So if he would have had any type of speculation on his name, they wouldn't have done a deal with him.
TikTok. Yes, no ham, no ma'am, no turkey. Like we ain't doing. They ain't doing that at all because you know Disney. What is it? ABC and ESPN. They are all connected. That's why there's a bundle package on your Hulu. If you ever check that out.
Get out.
That's why they got
The bundle package.
That's why they got a bundle package. They got a bundle package. Oh man, I feel so.
It's the only way.
I mean, truth be told, but okay, so like he's sitting there, he's about to get ready to sign this $100 million deal or whatever. So he tried to, like, you know, give this girl some hush money and pay her about $10 million for all this to go away or whatever. But the gag to the story is her representation, as far as the lawyer goes, is the same as the Tony Bigsby, and I said that name right too today. Yes, Tony Bigsby, because he was the one that was allegedly suing Jay-Z, or he was
this is a fact, not allegedly. He was representing the Puff Daddy accusers.
Yeah, he was representing. Yes, he was representing.
That's not alleged. He was, and some of those cases were fraudulent. He dropped a lot of those, and apparently he's not even licensed to practice law in that state.
In New York.
Yeah. So Shannon's in LA. So is he trying to practice law in LA?
That's a very good question. Maybe he does have his license for LA because he didn't want to come out for another comment for that bullshit.
Boy ain't got his license nowhere.
What's that doctor that was?
He got his L's.
That one doctor that was faking whatever. He was faking being a gynecologist. Yeah, that's him. So that's where like the little gag of the story is, because like nobody doesn't know if, you know, is this like a real thing? Is this another? Because I don't know if y'all heard or saw the videos, but.
What? Okay.
She sounds a little like it doesn't. It almost just sounds fake a little bit, just a little bit. Like it's
it was a 4-year situation. What you call it? What Jada call it? Entanglement. It was a 4-year entanglement.
Was it entanglement or was it a situation? And I also want to play like a little bit like
4 years is an entanglement. I mean, well, I said the thing would go a little bit less.
Well, being an actual relationship and an entanglement.
Pretty much.
No guarantee of a relationship.
Yeah.
Child.
Why can't people just be happy for what things are? Like, they apparently had a relationship that worked for them, whatever their benefits were for each other, and just keep it at that. Why is everybody always trying to go above and beyond? What do they say now when you try to use people to get famous? I can't. What's the word for that?
Clout.
The move.
Clout. Doing.
No, what does everybody say? Yeah. Why everybody got a clout?
Clout chasing.
Yeah. Listen, I just aged myself.
All right. So another thing too is like, so all this.
You can't let them know you don't know the slang.
True. You can't be doing that. All right.
No,
So
I mean, I get it. There's a
this
certain degree of like you're in a relationship, and at some point you want like you aren't always happy with it being the way that it is. Like there's surely more to it than like this.
Absolutely. This guy probably somehow either one of them reached out to each other trying to get on.
I mean,
hey, you got to pay for him. I mean, what is her accusation? Her accusation is out of her accusation means allegedly that she was raped.
Abused.
I mean,
once in 4 years.
But my thing too about this whole situation is, all right, so wait, let me back up a little bit. So all of this is still the difference between this and the whole Diddy situation, whatever. This is actually like, you know, falls within the statute of limitations, whatever. So like this is all happened, you know, like because she's 19, so all like within the last 4 years or whatever. Because like now she's like 20 something or whatever. So,
but I'm just saying, like, that's 4 years to fuck with somebody is a long ass time.
No, I'm just
like,
putting a time stamp on this. I'm just putting a time
and they
stamp
wasn't even like in a solid relationship. They were just like off and on.
I don't know, because okay, so this is why I want to play a little bit of a devil's advocate or whatever, because like there's other girls as well too, whatever. So
did these other girls just come out after all this went down? Because if that's so, then that's
other girls.
another
problem.
problem.
About his other partners, because he's
hold on. I mean, I don't know if it's important to point out that man actually just signed like $100 million
no, he's
contract.
about to sign. That's what we just said earlier.
No, he didn't sign it. They have not signed it.
I heard that he had signed, but the point is, it seems rather convenient that this information drops right now when you're about to get $100 million, and then you're asking for $50 million. You understand? 4 years is a long time to stay with somebody if they're staying you. I'm just saying. And it's not like you guys were married, you guys weren't living together. Where was the fear of immediate harm at that point in time? You understand what I'm saying? If the situation was
usually right around the time when they cut off the allowance.
Right.
The benefits run out.
So don't get me wrong. He also has a little bit of a type because like all these girls, they almost all look alike.
Well, hold on, no, because he dated old girl on the radio. The one chick.
Who?
He dated her publicly.
She light skinned.
She makes, what's her name? She act black though. She act black. What is her name?
I mean, and then let's not forget who specifically this young lady was before this whole situation. And again, I'm not throwing shade at nobody for no career.
She wasn't nobody. What? She was who she was. She was 19. She wasn't nobody.
She was an OF girl that had constantly.
She was an OF girl. That's right. She did a come up on the during the quarantine.
Right, but you got to understand. At what point does somebody say, "Yeah, I'm doing some questionable shit online for a little bit of change," when I could just run at you and say, "Yeah, I want a real come up," to where you never have to do anything like that ever again. And again, I'm not discouraging anything she said. There's his side, her side, and the truth somewhere in the middle, so we don't know what it is. But I'm saying this is very convenient.
We gotta say allegedly on all this, whatever, because I just realized something.
Do we have to say it every time, or can we just say it?
I don't know, because I'm pretty sure to be a OF girl, you have to be 21, and they started fucking around when they was 19.
No, you can be an OF. Once you hit 18, I believe you can jump into a lot of things. The same drinking.
So they actually do check your ID and they do check your birth date. They will verify it. If they find that at any point in time a minor or any kind of fraudulent information has been placed, like they will terminate it.
But it is like 18 though, right?
No, because you have to be 21 to watch porn in the States.
I believe they changed the age recently because originally when OnlyFans like first came out, it was 18 plus, but I do believe they changed it recently to raise it.
Well, because when OnlyFans first came out, OnlyFans wasn't about porn. It was about people that had like subscription-based services.
No, it was definitely still about porn.
No. What I'm saying,
it was subtle. No, a lot of the porn stars were using it. Not I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying that's really what it was for.
It wasn't being used for it. What I'm saying is it wasn't specifically made for it. So to speak.
No, you're right. Yes.
So yeah, they wouldn't have had a very strict, you got to be 21 to jump on this site. You understand what I'm saying? If this site wasn't intended for adult use, so to speak.
Oh no, they still allow 18-year-olds and whoever wants to make the account. I meant the people on OnlyFans who are producers.
Okay, I was just checking. I was like, maybe we just fax dropped something in this new case allegedly coming up or whatever.
No, like anyone can make an OnlyFans account to be a consumer, but they do have a little bit of a verification process if you're a producer.
So what do you guys think this means for Club Shay Shay?
I think that's disappointing that he lost the show.
But that's his own podcast. He can't lose that.
True, but I mean,
and he'll probably, and that's like a underworld show. Like it's. True. I don't think his fan base for that show is going to be affected by this.
And maybe only Matt knows this, but maybe back in our first season, whatever, we talked about Jonathan Majors, and we talked about how this man lost a lot of things before he was like proven guilty. Do you guys think that it's the same circumstances with this as well too?
It's always going to do that.
Because like he had to step down from ESPN already.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt real quick. I looked it up. Yeah, people that are age 18 or over are allowed to publish content on OnlyFans.
Okay, I was just checking.
So.
Well, that's kind of fucked up because how you got to be 21?
So.
How you got to be 21?
Legally, like 18-year-olds can produce porn.
But how you got to be 21 in certain states to watch porn? Because like in certain porn sites, whatever they ask you for your IDs, like Pornhub.
Well, that's for ID.
They ask for ID in the state. In certain states. Yeah, if you go to Pornhub right now, whatever, to try to watch porn or xnxx.com, whatever. I'm giving out. Yo, I don't know kids is watching this. But anyway, I just gave out a couple porn sites. But like those websites, whatever, they ask you for your ID or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's kind of weird.
They ask you for your ID.
Yeah,
that's a crazy life.
Watch porn
That's a crazy life.
Because that law that passed.
That is a crazy life for you guys.
That is a crazy life for somebody that I don't go on those sites no more. I've not watched porn on the internet in a fucking year.
I missed the part of the conversation. Where are we right now?
Okay. Oh no, we were back. Oh, well, back to the original program. What do you guys think this means for Club Shay Shay?
I mean, I feel like he'll be fine. I feel like it's gonna definitely affect a lot of his brand deals, and that's gonna be a big problem. But I do think that he's gonna have his hardcore supporters who are like, no, this seems a little iffy, and they're gonna still rock with it. I don't think this.
I'm not a hardcore supporter, but I still feel like it's kind of.
Well,
not a lot come out
yet.
We're
still in the beginning stages, so we don't know.
No, I agree with you, Ned. I'm not a hardcore supporter, but you know what? Monique tried to warn him.
Yes, and that
she
is what
tried to warn him.
No,
she
it
said,
wasn't just
leave
Monique.
little girl alone. You need to get yourself an old bitch.
Yeah, she did. She said that was actually one of my next questions too. She said that in a recent interview. Her and Monique and Cat Williams, I think, also told him that you need to leave these young girls alone.
Well, if they ain't the only one that says something, we all say that to them every time they get one.
True.
So
And they can choose to want it, or they can choose to ignore it.
Let me play devil's advocate, or let me look at it from a different perspective, right?
Be devil.
That's fine. He could have
In this case, another perspective is the devil.
Right. He could have absolutely not messed with a 19-year-old. That's very valid. Though I will say this dude is what, pushing 50. I would assume over these years you would have got the common sense to see when you're getting set the fuck up. Like if you listen to some of these conversations, the shit is like I'm not. It's just hella obvious. Like
I'm gonna play devil's advocate too. He's also into. I mean, there is a thing called role playing.
I actually agree with you. Trey and I were talking about that earlier. How I was like, he should know better. How do you not see it?
Listen,
because he's 50 something and she's 19.
There's role play, and I understand CNC. I get that. But here's the thing: if let's say I hit you up today, Trey, and I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? We talking about sports out of nowhere. I'm like, I don't want you to choke me, daddy. Wouldn't you just go, hold on a second there? What the fuck? Like you would catch it. That was super obvious.
Let's happen to a little something.
Right. I would be like, well, don't worry, I won't.
Yeah, like, but it depends on how deep you're into that. Like, maybe that's their thing or whatever. Maybe he doesn't know when to shut it off or turn it on to turn it off, or maybe she doesn't.
Or maybe it's on whenever they're together.
Exactly.
Even if that's the case, that's still piss poor planning on your part. Why would you, a man of a certain stature, put yourself in these positions knowing the
world that we live
culture we're in? You understand?
I think he interviews people that have been through similar situations.
And he makes fun of them. So, yeah, you're right. So thank you. You said it perfectly. You've seen this before. You've told people about this before. So even if you're in a situation where you can say these things, why would you sit here and make it so much easier? You just chose to not look. You're kind of an idiot. My bad for saying that, but you're stupid.
But we all know that. I mean, anyway. But speaking of Jonathan Majors, we did just watch his newest movie.
How was that?
Magazine Dreams.
Oh, okay.
No, he wasn't. We saw that too. But he's in a movie called Magazine Dreams where he wants to be a bodybuilder.
Right.
Oh.
And Ronnie Coleman trained him for the movie.
Yeah.
It was good.
Nice.
Oh,
But they put it out in little small theaters. You had to like dig to find it.
damn. Not good to find it. Did they even show anything in the movie? Was he naked?
You
Pretty
asking.
much.
You
Yeah,
hoe.
pretty much.
You a hoe.
Pretty much, because he was trying to be a
Like, do I need to
bodybuilder.
see
So
this in
yeah,
theaters? Look, do I need to see it in the theaters, or do I just need to check this out when it come on fucking Netflix? Shit.
it's on demand now. You should definitely watch it.
Woo, on demand, even better.
It's a good story. It's actually crazy. Yeah.
I heard the thing about Sinners. Like, I want to go see Sinners. I'm very interested. What do you think?
I absolutely loved it, and my husband, he could be very critical. He liked it, like to the point where we are thinking about like wanting to see it again on a weekday, like just to get the experience again.
You guys could be funny. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I don't want spoilers. Let me suddenly lose signal so I can miss everything you guys talk about. I haven't seen Sinners
Oh,
yet.
no, I'm not a spoiler. I don't spoil nothing. I'm not about to tell you my synopsis. I'm just going to tell you that we really enjoyed it to the point where we feel like we want to see it again. We were like,
you wasn't even going
hey,
to
this is
Oh my gosh.
theater.
That's all I hear people say, Net. All I hear people say, girl, is it was so good. It was so good. I like the dynamics between these characters. I like
Yeah,
that.
I haven't been to the movies in a long time where we actually went and just got like a real good one. Like for real. Like we thought Magazine Dreams was gonna be great. It was okay. It was not. I would not pay to see it again or anything like that. But this, however, it was good.
You would pay to see it
I've
again.
actually been in the movie theater was with that.
Wicked. I would have paid to see it a third time.
So
You know what?
I think this is
I
gonna
didn't
be
pay
like
to
a
see it.
whole Cassie victim thing. Like, how you think she's gonna pull Cassie's move?
Yeah, actual evidence.
Right. I think
He ain't done all that.
and listen, and they threatened to drop 30 seconds, and he was like, drop the whole tape
Yeah,
then.
he was like, drop the whole
Drop
time.
the whole tape.
I was just like, oh, okay.
He was like, there's gonna be some things y'all gonna see, but drop the tape.
He was
Don't
like
drop the 10 minutes.
37 seconds. He
That
was
look
like, the
bad.
whole tape is 5
Right.
minutes.
And but you know, with the fact that they try to limit how much they're gonna show, just says a lot anyway.
Because you know,
Like
sex
you can
sells.
show a small portion of anything and make it look skewed.
So wait,
If you're gonna drop-
are we checking for the sex tape when it comes out? Are we checking for it when it comes out? Y'all looking at it when it comes out? What y'all think?
Absolutely. Yeah. No issue.
I already checked.
Me too.
You have listen.
Well, what'd you come up with?
Like I publicly said, if any of my friends drop a porn, I'm searching for it. I don't care if it's straight, gay. I'm watching it too. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I'm just like, yo, guess what I just saw you do, nigga. Guess what I just saw you do.
not what I just.
I might even ask you, how'd you do that one thing that like in like exactly 16 seconds? That shit was dope. How did you like?
The shower curtain.
Right. Like, where'd you get that from? Where did you get that rod from?
Yeah, I'm actually wondering because I mean, you can say what you want. You can say what you want, but it's just, he ain't facial wise. He's not like, but he looks very fit. And I mean, you know, I would look for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for it. I want to see what's out there. I definitely like okay, because you know in that one video we heard him say some other things. So
You come on, Shell. You come on, Shell.
he was like,
Come on, Shell.
He was like, come on, girl, take this black dick. I was like,
He said, come on, Shell.
I was like, oh.
And you could tell he good and nasty too.
People
So
went out and felt Shell. They was like, this is Shell.
Yeah,
I was like, yep. She looked like, yep.
I want to see some things. Go ahead, Shannon.
I know. Why he can't just stick with Shell? Damn. We need to be having this problem.
because after a certain age, Shell be like, yo, listen, you a little. I thought this freaky shit was going calm down.
No, not that. After a while, they were saying, hey, you're going to have to put a ring on it. That's what they're going to be saying.
Of the male enhancement.
That's what they're going to be saying. No, the freaky shit don't have to cut down, but you definitely got to put a ring on it. That's why you don't. That's why he's staying away from that.
All right. Well,
Why does he have to put a ring on it though?
No, that's what we're saying as far as like, I would say 40 and up to carry on a relationship like that. That's what their expectations are going to be. Not a 19-year-old. Yeah, a 19-year-old
understand now.
expectation are do that. So that's why he would avoid that type of relationship because that's not what he wants.
all right. Well, we.
Or
I
at
mean,
least-
he's 56. I think he has 2 ex-wives, allegedly 2 ex-wives and 2 kids.
But how old are the ex-wives? Because he like them young. Say Drake.
I think they're regular age.
I think they're close to, because Shannon's supposed to be, what, 59?
He's 56 or something like that.
56.
66.
Oh,
So,
56. Not
56.
God damn.
They really shouldn't be messing with anyone younger than 40.
I'm gonna tell you this though. People can date who they want as long as they within the age to make the decision for themselves. If the law say 18, 19, that's what it is. It's not mine to say more or less, because I feel like younger people now are way more immature than we were at our age.
Yeah.
But in my day, a 20-year-old girl kind of dating a 40-year-old man, like,
It wasn't totally obscene, but like,
yeah,
you knew what it was.
It was a different type of 20-year-old female though. These 20-year-old females now are way different, and these 40-year-old men are different. I mean, look at Shannon Sharpe. 60-year-old men didn't act like that. They didn't act like that.
He's 56.
I will at least say I know we got to wrap up this topic, but I will at least say I think that the idea of someone young dating someone older should not be necessarily blasphemized, because I myself have always been someone that has been attracted to older men or women or just older people. I generally don't go below someone that's like 10 years older than me. I would say 5 years older maybe. I rarely date people my age. I don't date anyone younger than me, period. I just don't. So I'm all saying that to say I'm not trying to demonize the idea of someone young dating someone older. Sometimes it's about wavelengths. Sometimes you have people that are just on that wavelength. Age did not make a factor. Sometimes they're just on that wavelength. It's rare, but it's not impossible. I just think in this particular circumstance, this is a man trying to relive his youth, and there was a young lady that saw someone that was willing to take care of her, but now that she's able to take care of herself, she's reflecting on some of her life choices, and she might feel a little gross about them. And she might realize maybe she really didn't want to do certain things like she thought she wanted to, and now she's also realizing that maybe, just maybe, she wants to say something about it.
Ugh.
Or maybe he came at her and was like, hey, you want to make some money? I mean, she's an OnlyFans model. I'm not trying to down no OnlyFans model. I'm just saying.
Right.
Well, yeah.
He doesn't come in for
I'm just saying, if she don't jump to put her jeans on, she don't feel your pain.
Well, I mean, like, if you guys have been dealing with it for a while, and that's kind of the understanding, I wouldn't find it hard to believe that it may be possible. He might just hit her up on some, hey, babe, what you doing? I got 10 grand for you. Bring that pussy over. And she was like, nigga, what? And he said, you fucking heard. Like I wouldn't find it hard to believe that he just started off disrespectful. And she was kind of like, yeah, I don't like the way you approach me. Give me some more money. He was like, you know what? Fuck off. I get somebody else. And that's kind of where it started. Right. I mean, I wouldn't find it hard to believe.
At the end of the day, we weren't there. We don't know what really happened and whether or not she has a reason other than her actual reason.
True.
Yep, absolutely.
Right. So let's wrap that up, because we gonna keep an eye on that. We gonna keep an eye out for that sex tape. Shannon Sharpe, got your name right. I'm glad we fixed that. I fixed that little issue that I had earlier. I don't know what it was. All right, so coming up in a couple of days, we about to get into these Diddy trials. So we got the Diddy whole. Well, wait a minute. Let me back it up a little bit. Yo, they say Diddy is like looking a little different. Like he got some weight loss going on. He probably got that gray hair showing. What do y'all think Diddy looks like right about now? Because he's been locked up since like November, right?
He doesn't have his regular care regimen, so
I wonder what Puff look like right now.
His age.
He probably looks balding.
Ooh.
Probably not like even in jail.
Male pattern baldness.
You gotta understand, when you got someone who has like unlimited, like the dude has unlimited freedom. With money, you get freedom to fly, go wherever the hell you want to go. To take that from somebody and put them in a cage, bro, he going through it right now. And then any little hope he has is getting further and further away. Every time his lawyer is trying to ask for some shit, the judge is like, no, shut up.
But he is arrogant.
So wait, they say he's undergoing weight loss. He's undergoing some other things like like we said, he's not used to staying. So the judge is talking about that Cassie needs to provide the whole video, or Diddy's legal team is asking for Cassie's team to provide the whole video of the footage, whatever, because apparently the footage that we saw was chopped, edited, and there's like pretty much a longer version of the tape or whatever. But I'm just like, if there's a longer version of the tape, that doesn't prove your case. Like, we saw you kick this girl in the head. Like, hold up. So,
right. What we all watched it.
We all watched it. It was like
what it sounds like, and I may be wrong. It sounds like what they're trying to do is show that it was provoked. Like there was something that she could have done to ask for it, and I'm gonna be like, what?
Nah.
Okay. I can see like them
right.
asking
like
if it's provoked, but
her
damn,
freedom,
does that really give him a reason to kick her in the damn head and to beat on her or something like that, the way he did?
Right.
Nothing gives you that.
He threw her.
He did it with the towel the whole time, and that thing did not drop at all. Whatever. It was like as if he was used to doing that.
Yeah, nothing gives anyone the right. But at the end of the day, if they can try to use that in some kind of way to make it seem like, yo, I didn't want to do this. She made me do this. She pushed me. She egged me on. I asked her, you know what I'm saying? Like anything to discredit the situation and make it look like it was one of those.
They're going to try to pursue that angle.
A mutually caused situation. They're going to try to do it. Like that's wild to me. But
so wait, I got that question for y'all. Do y'all think Cassie is ready for like Act 2 of this whole Diddy saga?
Absolutely.
Honestly, I think so. I mean, she looks settled. I mean, she has her baby, she has her husband, she's been out of the spotlight, she's been able to just
got $5 million.
all the things she wanted to do. Right. Like, I think she's at a place where she's like, no, I feel safe and I feel protected and I feel secure.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't care.
Her head held up high.
You know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of always thought Cassie was a bit of a gangster anyway. Like I just knew that she could like deal with a lot of shit and overcome. You know, like she always just seemed like a strong woman. Does that make
her a real gangster, or does that make her a bottom bitch?
Cool.
I mean, there's no shame in being a bottom bitch. I feel like they're ride or die.
Right.
I know. I feel like they're the same.
Right, and that's what, like I knew she was gonna be absolutely fine anyway. I know that when this comes, she gonna be ready because she got like even when the whole situation came out, she was like, "Listen, I'm willing to keep this shit low if you just meet my demand." And when he said no, she was like, "Fuck it, all right, fuck it, let's do it." Like she plays no games, she doesn't hesitate. So I absolutely believe that if he says, "Hey, let's do this," she gonna be like, "Fuck it, let's do it then." Let's do it. You want to play these games? Fuck it. I'm about to get petty in this bitch, and I'm here for it. I love that for her.
What celebrities do you think are
better grab a mop? It's getting sticky.
What celebrities do you think are going to show up for Puff? Like, who do y'all think? Because like a lot of people have been quiet.
Oh,
like a little.
Honestly, no one. I don't think anyone's gonna want to be a part of it, like at all. Like they're gonna want to get as far away from it, like the Jeffrey Epstein case. Like they are going to want to pretend like I'm actually blind. I didn't see anything.
Oh, like they don't. Do you think Mason Cameron's gonna have an axe to grind?
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, I think Mason Cameron gonna have an axe to grind.
No, not Preacher Mace. He's a pastor. He doesn't have time for that drama.
I don't know. On his podcast, he been talking that shit.
I'm bullshit.
He's also been on his podcast talking that stuff as well too, backing up everything that he's been up there confirming all this stuff, whatever. So I think we would see an appearance from Mace, but not for Diddy.
No. I mean, yeah. Not to like have his back. Yeah, he's gonna be like, nah, we got some shit to say. And I think even Shine is like, yeah, because of his political career in Belize, he's like, I'm stepping back. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to hear it. Like, leave me out of this completely.
See who's gonna be on that stand supporting him? Yo, where all them people? Oh my goodness, he done did them all wrong. Making the band, all of them, they ain't gonna show from no Day 26. No, then definitely not Danny DeCane. They ain't coming at all. They will be on their behalf. Yeah, Kanye might be there on his behalf. That's if he's not somewhere else checked in. I'm just saying, allegedly.
There are actually a couple people that kind of got his back. So
I mean, but like it's been kind of like it's not cool. Like I think who was it? One of them was Stevie J or something like that. Not Stevie J. Yeah, it is Steve. Isn't it Stevie J? Love and Hip Hop. Doing the Day to Eve. Got the sex tape out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
Jocelyn Hernandez, baby daddy.
there it is. That one, I'm just like, yo, ain't that the one? I think he tried to speak out or whatever. I'm just like, I don't think that's gonna hold. That's not something that's gonna stick. Like, you need somebody like like a Reverend Jesse Jackson that will just show up for you, to speak on your behalf, whatever. But ain't nobody showing up for Puff like that.
Oh, y'all see TD Jakes step down?
Yeah, and then that's another thing too. I wonder if he stepped down because allegedly he's a part of a lot of this stuff too as well. So.
Well, I was gonna play around with that, but he did recently have a heart attack.
He did, but a lot of people.
But it happened on stage.
I know, but a lot of people that is involved with Puffy, getting pneumonia, heart attacks, and all this other stuff. I'm just saying, like, it's just, I don't know. There's been a lot of talk that he's been there, God bless his soul, whatever, praying for them heart attacks. Like, don't be having those, whatever. And if they, it's the man of the Lord. So, but listen, I do like his daughter preaching, because she like preached when her wig fell off and she kept it going. And I was like, now that's a real preacher right there. She preached right on through that glue.
Let me ask you something. As impossible as it may seem, how would y'all guys react if Puffy got off of all charges, like everything? How would you react to that?
He would be.
I wouldn't react no way.
I would. I'd be like, he is definitely friends with the current administration. This is all a hoax. Why are we all here? Like, why are we out here playing real life cops and robbers? Hell no.
Because everything, this whole story is 50-50. One side is playing certain things up and playing certain things down, and the other side is too. They're hyping up situations and playing down their participation in certain things. So you put their stories together, that's what the real 100% truth is. And I mean, at the end of the day, these people all made the decision to be in an environment.
This is going to be televised. Do y'all think it's going to be televised? This is one thing that needs to be televised. That O.J. Simpson case was televised.
I mean, one does have to ask themselves, at what point do I take accountability for my choices?
Exactly. But instead, I'm going to expect like $50 million from you.
Yo, they're gonna be. I will tell you, his
that seems way easier than like self-reflection. I think I'd rather just like get money out of somebody.
His attorneys are gonna have a field day dragging every witness they bring out there, all of their private business. This is gonna be nastier than the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case. That shit was hilarious.
That was televised as well too. So like, hopefully we get a little insight and then we can.
I don't think it's gonna last nearly as long though.
This is gonna be forever. I think this is gonna be like, at least he's gonna be in and out of court for about at least the next 4 or 5 years, because they talking about the whole Tupac situation now, and like how he's up against charges with that allegedly or whatever. But we definitely gonna keep an eye out, and I hope this is definitely televised. But we gonna get into these rapid questions real quick. But first, rapidly, what I do want to talk about, because we've been caught up in all these political stands and all that stuff like lately. Edibles kicking in. So there's a couple things I forgot to mention. Did you guys let's do a little quick check-in. Did you guys check up on Coachella? Did y'all see any of the performances? Yo, that was pretty lit. Megan Thee Stallion did her thing. Lady Gaga did her thing. Missy Elliott did her thing. T-Pain did his thing as well too. He was out there shaking and getting it. Yo, it was pretty hot. But one thing I do want to
point out, T-Pain would always do his thing. He's a performer. That man is an entertainer.
Like, this is next level T-Pain. This is like, yes, there is T-Pain the performer, but this is T-Pain. Like, this is like, oh damn, like, what? Like, I would like to go see him on tour. Like, if he's doing shit like he did at Coachella, like, I wouldn't mind. Like, okay, like this, like T-Pain really did his damn thing. And I mean, like, I've seen T-Pain growing up and all stuff like that, but I've never like seen him like this. Like, he was definitely on the next level. But what we're not going to do is try to skip right on over my home girl, Miss Beyonce Janelle Zone. I fucked up her name. Beyonce Knowles Carter. She is on tour right now. That Cowboy Carter tour. Oh my god, that shit is lit. I was up all night watching that shit, because they was in California. But also too, I want to give somebody their props real quick. Is Beyonce's mama is like, we about to find out a lot of stuff about Beyonce, because her mama got this tell-all book, whatever. And I've been listening to that book or whatever, and on TikTok. Yo, check in with that book, even if you're not a fan. It just makes you like, okay, well, damn, I remember when that happened, whatever. Like, it makes you like, because her mama, like, Beyonce didn't really want her mom saying anything. It's not never their sister. So she had to keep her mouth shut for all these years or whatever. And it talks about, like, the whole breakup and how the whole, like, everything. Miscarriages, everything. So definitely check it in. All right. So let's get into these rapid questions. Has anybody heard from Jaguar White? I'm just asking for a friend. Nobody else.
But I haven't been looking for her either.
I mean, she just, usually she was popping it back to back. I'm just saying. Has anybody heard from 50 Cent on that Diddy documentary?
The King of Petty. I love that, man.
No, nobody heard anything. Okay, I got another question. Now I'm asking for a friend. Now don't come for me. Nobody, no one in this room or nobody on this platform. Kim Kardashian or Taylor Swift to play the remake of The Bodyguard?
Well, it would have to be. I mean,
your answer was no. The correct answer was no.
Acting anything? Huh?
The correct answer was
I
no.
refuse to answer that. That's blasphemy, and I'm not.
I'm a Tay-Tay fan, but no. That's not.
So wouldn't it have to be somebody that can sing? I guess no, they could fake it. I don't know. That was dumb.
Exactly. Kim can't do any of that. I mean, Taylor got her thing, but no. The correct answer
I
was
don't
no.
I don't even think Kim K can act. I've seen her in like she was in American Horror Story, and I was like, oh my god, this shit is.
She was like in a Tyler Perry
But to be fair, American Horror Story has really declined.
It has. But I've also seen her in other things, and I will say it's as painful to watch her act as it is to listen to Elon Musk talk. I just can't.
Yeah, pretty much. All right.
I don't think she did too bad in that role. I think the role was what it was, and I think she played it well. But I mean, if you were looking for like Oscar-winning performance, I don't think American Horror Story is the place.
First of all, Angela Bassett was on American Horror Story. That was an amazing one.
What do you mean Sarah Paulson was the star of American Horror Story?
Sarah Paulson is
OG.
She was a very nuanced character. All of her facial features look the same.
That's kind of true.
She's great in certain roles. Other roles,
she was great in that role.
All right. So
she led the show.
What do you think they'll be playing on the radio in 30 years from now, talking about oldies?
They're gonna have so much to say.
I would say oldies.
They were never in.
Oldies 30 years from now, R&B would probably be Chris Brown.
It'll be vintage.
Because I would think about what songs that I can, as young as I can remember songs, and it wasn't that much older than me that I actually like thought about and talked about music. So it would be like around the Isley generation is where I consider older music for me. So I wouldn't think that they would go back that far.
Nia and Chris Brown were 20 years ago already. 10 more years, they're going to be old school. In 30 years, we're looking at people that are out like now.
Like Sexy Red.
They're out now. What do you mean? First of all, I didn't say Nia. What did you say?
Taylor Swift will be considered a part of the old stuff.
You said Neo.
I said Nia and Chris Brown because they came out. I think Chris Brown might have came out before.
No, but Chris Brown's still a star.
Yeah,
Neo is faded into the wayside. No,
this man is breaking up marriages on his concerts. What are you talking about?
Yo,
Neo is not selling out stadiums. Chris Brown is. No, stop it. Let's not.
All right.
Let's not.
So wait, what food combination can you that people do that you can't get behind? For an example, people dipping French fries in their Frosties. I don't really care for that.
Hey, Trey, you said some whack shit because it's just sweet and salty. It's so many worse things than that.
I'm just saying, what is your food? I mean, like that was one of the ones that I just said I can't really get behind that. Whatever, like it's just,
I can't get behind anything with mayonnaise.
So wait, okay. So wait, hey, the reason why I can't do the ice cream because it's cold. It's not just sweet and salty. That's cold. And
But if you stick a hot fry inside the frosty, it changes the temperature.
I ain't getting behind that, and I'm not getting behind chitlins. So fuck that too.
That
Chitlins is disgusting. All right.
That's what I was gonna say. I can't do.
What is your favorite line from a movie?
That's not a.
Somebody what?
That's hard.
It is.
Somebody get these motherfucking snakes off this motherfucking plane.
All right, so mine's kind of like, all right, so I always, my go-to line, one of my go-to lines or whatever, especially when somebody be like, I gotta make this money, I'm like, don't let it make you. So we all
that's a good one though.
I know, like,
you
don't
know
let it
what?
make you. And then, like,
Be saying that one.
yeah,
Be saying that one
people
too.
don't know.
Another one I have is, damn right I did it, and I hope they burn in hell.
That was a good movie.
Sometimes
That was a damn good movie.
Sometimes on that ones I
One of my
use
favorite lines is from Blazing Saddles, where the prisoner's trying to talk with the sheriff and convince him that he shouldn't get so beat up about the townspeople not liking him because he's black. He's like, you gotta understand, these are people of the land, the cloth, you know, morons.
One of my other ones is sometimes you got to use what you got to get what you want, which is also the same movie. It didn't.
One of my favorite lines is Day Day when he be like, yeah, they 10, so I keep them clean.
They 10.
Because that's pretty much me, champagne, caviar drinks.
Or don't let somebody be counting out loud. I'd be like, I finished the count like a 22, a 34,
35, 45, 27.
Hold on, this ain't a movie, but it's I don't know, I like it. Game of Thrones. I choose violence.
Oh, everybody knows that one. Yeah.
All right. So, if you guys could attend a celebrity wedding, whose would it be? Obviously, mine would have been Beyonce's.
If you could attend a celebrity wedding,
yeah,
Prince.
Prince. Okay.
That shit look like it would have been fun as hell.
But it would have been a whole weekend experience.
And you'd have been high, all of them.
Oh, 1,000.
Nah, just when you say that, I definitely feel like I would have to be at like somebody else's wedding. I don't know.
Like,
honestly, I wish I could have attended Paris Hilton's wedding. I bet that was glamorous as hell.
I can actually see
Fabulous,
I can
probably.
see you at Paris Hilton's wedding too. I can just see you there with your shoulders out, sitting and just shimmying down the talk about you one of the bridesmaids.
Well, she would let me bring my dog. That's the best part.
Oh Lord.
I would have to be at a little bit more ratchet wedding because I need to make sure I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna dance, eat, I'm gonna be doing electric slide in the mud, drinking, talking shit. So yeah, I need to be at a whole different type of wedding. I need to be like at Snoop's wedding or some shit.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
And one last wedding, in case anyone wants to invite me, I'd love to go to an Indian wedding.
Okay, yes, that's like
you would love to go to a what?
An Indian wedding.
That's like a 5-day experience.
Like sarong and all that stuff.
That would be amazing, though.
It is like that, and there's different food every day too, and it's like the whole shit.
I know.
I will get up on the That shit was so much fun.
She's Pakistani, she's Punjabi, and her wedding was like a month long. It was crazy.
Lord.
And she married a real a Jewish guy, and they did the what do you call it? It was crazy. It was crazy.
All right. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys all for showing up and showing out, and I want to thank y'all, the viewers, that we over 11K. So just keep showing up.
Woo!
11K, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for all the comments. I try to get back to them as well too. Keep following us. Hey, y'all want to go ahead and shout y'all platforms out?
Complicated Discord everywhere you get your podcast.
Right.
Needs. I don't know. I'm high.
Hey yo, it's your girl Allison Salt. You can find me on Instagram at Allison Salt Official because something happened recently where apparently I now have to do that. So you can find me there. And if you're on FetLife, you can also find me there.
I'm right.
You can just find me on here sometimes.
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 Sometimes. I don't know if y'all can hear all that.
I was like that.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for liking. Love you guys. Like, love, and subscribe. Peace out.